keep going, keep practicing, keep learning. If there's a course you need to pay for the course. If you need to go enroll in YouTube University like I do all the time, go ahead and do that, And also just know that if you really want to be in this field, that it is time consuming. It is a lot of work, but it is very, enjoyable at the same time.
Hello, it's Charli, your go-to for mastering the art of public speaking and career advancement. Welcome to Chat with Charli, where industry professionals share their invaluable insights and advice to help you excel within your desired industry. Get ready to dive deep into the minds of accomplished individuals as they unravel strategies, share personal experiences, and provide actionable tips that you won't get anywhere else. Whether you're looking to advance your career, start a new venture, or simply stay ahead in your industry, this is the place to be. Tune in and level up your expertise with Chat with Charli.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Chat with Charli. We are excited to have a really special guest here with us today. I have actually taken photos with her, so I can speak for everyone when I say she's an extremely talented photographer. So, Lottie, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yay, you look beautiful.
Thank you, you too. The brown skin.
I just want to take a moment and let everybody just capture all this excellence. Okay.
So, as you know, I really love to start off the podcast with a little icebreaker to get us relaxed and just have some fun. So, are you willing to play a game with me?
Okay.
Okay. Don't sound so nervous. It's fun.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Okay, I'm fine.
Okay. So, it's called Two Truths and a Lie.
Okay.
Okay. So, you're going to tell me two things that are the truth about you. And then I know it may be hard for you because you don't really look like you might be a liar. But you're going to have to give me one thing that's not true. So you're going to tell me two things that are true and one that's not. And I'm going to guess which one is the lie.
Okay.
And then you have to tell me.
Okay.
And kind of give me a little background information.
Okay.
I studied abroad in Mexico.
Okay.
I was a star track player.
Okay.
And I used to be on the debate team, and then I became a debate coach.
Okay. You did not travel abroad.
Oh, wow. Right. I don't know. I think it's a compliment. I did study abroad. I have never ran in my life, girl.
You know what? I wanted to say that, but I was like, let me not do that.
Honestly, did you ever play sports?
No, I did not play sports.
Okay, so me and you can connect with this.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes people are always shocked. They're like, what? You've never played a sport in your life? I'm not running unless something's chasing me.
Right.
And whatever's chasing me needs to be putting me in danger. Because if you chasing me just for fun, I'm still not running.
I should have won my gut. Yeah, I should have won my gut.
That's a life lesson. Go with your gut.
Yeah, go with your gut.
Okay.
For me, let's see. I was a geography teacher for 7 years. I've never shaved my legs before. And I have 4 siblings. Well, sorry, 3 siblings.
Now I feel like now I'm like, is it the sibling? Okay.
Oh my God.
Never shaved your legs before. I think is the lie the 4 siblings / 3 siblings?
No. That's not the lie. I just, I corrected myself. It's 4 with me included, so I got that little, messed up.
Okay. But you've never shaved your legs before.
I've never shaved my
You're
legs
just not a hairy person.
I'm not a hairy person.
Oh, must be nice. Now you're gonna get a Nair sponsorship after this.
Well, no, not if I don't have any hair to shave.
Yeah, that's how they're gonna cheat the system.
Oh,
yeah, they're like, look how smooth it makes your legs. Everyone's be like, she was born that way.
Yeah.
Okay, lucky you.
Yeah, but the lie was I was not a geography teacher. I was a journalism teacher and a yearbook teacher and a newspaper teacher. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yes, I was wondering. I knew.
I know I taught, right?
I knew you taught. I don't want to go with that, but then I was like, geography. Who teaches geography? I don't
I don't even know what.
I know, honestly. Okay. She did, but I don't want to mess that up. Dang it! So I got it wrong. Okay, well, at least we're all relaxed and we got to know each other a little bit better. Yes. But we will actually start with what people really are here for. So, can you tell us a little bit about what you do and a little bit of background information on how you got into your current field?
Currently, now I am a full-time photographer. I was a teacher for 7 years. Actually, I did some subbing before that too. So I've been in education for probably about like 9 years. I finally branched out and, went with what I felt was pulling me to say, hey, you know what? Quit your job, go full-time photography. So I ended up doing it. But, like when you hear like, God tells you to move, and it's just like you kind of say these words in your mouth already. And it's kind of like what I spoke came to be true.
Wow.
I knew I was kind of like in the right place and I did the right thing. So I've been doing photography on and off since college. So it's been a pretty long time. I won't say how long. It's been a pretty long time. And then from there, got more into like doing portraits. Also, I dabble in video as well, and also sports photography and weddings and things like that. Yeah.
So tell me again what your photography company is called.
The photography company is called Green Rebel Photography. On Instagram, we are Green Rebel Photos.
Why Green Rebel?
So kind of cheesy. I'm always like, debating if I want to change my name or not, just like probably to my name. But in college, I was always obsessed with wanting to be a rule breaker. I wanted my photography to be cutting edge and kind of dare the boundaries of doing things like with angles and things like that. So that's where the Rebel came from. And then green was always my favorite color. So I just kind of merged the two together, and I was like, hey, here we go. I'm stuck to it right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I like it. I was just curious. I wonder where, I knew it had to have a good storyline. I didn't think that was cheesy. I thought it was a good story.
Okay,
so I was like,
that's good.
Why Green Rebel? But you're a rebel.
I mean, I try to be. I feel like I'm, playing a little bit more safe these days. But I mean, eventually, when I start to just keep on doing things on brand of like what I want to do, I do want to do different things. But, right now I'm playing a little bit more classic, and I still stick to what's true to me at the end of the day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I know you mentioned that you used to be a teacher and then God pulled you to do something different. So talk to me about what motivated you to go into photography and own your own business.
I was always documenting things. So I always had a little point and shoot camera from the beginning. So I was always personally taking pictures of family events. If anyone had anything going on, I was just taking pictures. And people were like, why you always got a camera? Why you always got a camera? And then I was always taking pictures of myself as well, too. I had a close friend in college. She was selling her camera because she was getting out of photography. And I was like, how much you selling it for? It's going to come with this lens, too, and a battery. And a bag? Okay, I'll take it. So I went ahead and got everything from her. Then I just started on my way. I went around campus letting people know I took photos. From there, I started shooting AKA events. I just like, that just kind of like stand out to me because I do remember vividly like this AKA event that I shot like in the set of our school. Just like random little things on campus. They had anything going on, I'm taking photos of. Then also that same year, I was like, I do graduation photos, and y'all, graduation photos used to be $50 from me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man!
And I was giving you probably like 100 photos.
Yeah, for $50. But you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you
got your day. I'm going to Green Rebel. I'm going to Green Rebel.
We not $50 no more. We're supposed to say that we not $50 no more.
Just want to make sure that
we're not $50 anymore. At all.
No, I'm gonna find a way to get $50. No, that's awesome. But that's so neat that you could actually look at where you started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I hear a lot of like celebrities or people who are really, doing well within their businesses speak to the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? So they're like, I can't believe I used to charge that.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere.
You have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So, but shout out to the AKs. I didn't know if now too soon. Okay.
Go ahead, do your thing. My sister AK, I get it.
We give people opportunities. Did you hear that? That's what I got from that story. So when you're thinking about photography, is there anything that you would say are current trends and developments within that particular industry? Because I know you spoke earlier about graduation pictures and then taking pictures of yourself and then wanting to be cutting edge. What are the current trends within the industry?
I would say the current trends right now is everyone wants to look flawless. Everyone wants that bomb Instagram photo, or they want really nice headshots. I don't like to use the word plastic, but some people even want to be out here looking plastic. I try to stick to more kind of like natural. I still want you to look like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I always tell people, if you're looking for a photographer, look at their body of work. If it matches what you are looking for, book them. If not, don't ask us to bend over backwards and do different things that we are not, doing. But anyway, that's a trend in itself. But for sure, like the clean skin is something I'm going to definitely do. And everybody's looking for that. As well as short form content is really, really big right now too. So like, even if I'm doing a photo shoot of someone, if I feel it in my soul that this is going to be a really, really great shoot.
You got to feel it in your soul.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, let me get some short video clips to you so I can kind of, put some things together. And then, we got AI exploding. We can talk about that forever, but, it's definitely something where it's emerging technology, and you still need to learn and keep yourself up to date. So
are you
don't
familiar
hide
with
from
how
it.
to use AI?
Some things I'm still learning on some things too, but you know, you can't hide from it.
Right.
And it's honestly, AI is there to help, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
I've seen some of those AI headshots. I'm not gonna lie.
not those.
They don't really look like them.
Yeah, not those.
Oh,
Not
okay.
those, not those.
Okay. I've been seeing that running on Facebook. It's
Yeah.
getting really popular. And I'm looking at the pictures, and I'm looking at the and people are like
flawless,
having
right?
so much, but it's more than they don't even. It doesn't look like them.
Yeah, yeah,
It's almost distorting.
yeah.
Their
I mean,
features
on AI though, like on some things they're running those apps on, they can like, you know, change their body size, they can change skin color and things like that. I'm speaking more AI as a tool, not as a crutch, as in like, you know, you want to look completely different. Let's just say I'm doing weddings, right? There's an AI form where they're helping you out with editing your weddings faster, things like that, but not making you look like a completely different person, or saying, hey, I'm gonna give you a red shirt today. You had on brown, but I'm gonna give you a red. Like, I'm not doing that type of AI, but you know, it's out there.
Bless your heart, we're doing weddings. I know that has to be exhausting.
But it's memorable.
Yeah, it is. I know it's so fun. I still look back on mine, and the person who did ours now is killing the game too. So he probably looks back and is laughing. So thank you, because now he's doing big and amazing things. So anyway, so what skills do you think you've found vital within your?
I think you need to be a very personable person. That's key. You have to learn how to talk to people and match their energy. I think that's very important. Also, like I already talked about, learning technology. You have to stay up to date on technology. You try to run away from it, but like, you know what, I want to stick to doing this. I've been doing it this way. Like, no. Other people are going to be out here, newer people are going to be out here who's starting from square one, but yet they're using this technology, and they're going to be 3 months in a game. You know, like when you're first doing something, you're very hungry. You know, you stand up all night, you learn this stuff, versus if you've been doing it for 10 years or so, you're kind of complacent. You're still hungry to do different things, but not staying up too late to do it. You know what I mean? But these people are like, they're out here, they're producing, they're getting stuff out here in your face every single day. So keeping up on the technology is really, really big. Even the small editing program, well, let me not say small, it's big now.
Yeah.
You know how CapCut got really, really big. Yeah. And I look at these people like, y'all are doing all these crazy transitions and things like that. I need to really spend some time on CapCut, because, you know, it is more of a drop and drag system too, but it gets a little bit more advanced. But, you know, people out here who are starting from never video edit before, they're jumping on this site, they're learning as much as they can, and they're producing great things. So I mean, that's just something we have to keep in mind. You got to stay up on technology.
Yeah, you're looking at one of them. Technology was never my passion, but now, just like you said, I'm having to do the same thing. I'm one of the ones that are up now. I learned CapCut now and Final Cut Pro, and I'm sitting here editing and taking out and but you're right, it's because, you know, it's that level of hunger. So I hope to never let that burn out. Really just keep that fire going, so that ultimately my passion it stays there. So that's a good point. And then you say your people skills. Oh man, people can't hide from that. Yeah. And people really struggle with people skills.
I mean, I struggle.
Well, you're doing an excellent job. You know, but there's so many times that you be behind the camera that people think that sometimes you can do that and not have to interact with people.
Right.
But it's really, it's impossible these days. There's going to be some interaction you're going to have with someone, but you can still stay true to you and still be who you are, but you just have to have people skills. Right. I like that you pointed that out, because I think we're trying to think so many things with technology. We're thinking we can run from that.
And then, you know, this whole COVID age, people, I don't like to talk to nobody. Well, you better figure it out again, because how they say, smile even if you don't want to. Yes. Don't be fake, you know. But at the same time, make people feel warm. I mean, how did you feel when I came my photo shoot? So,
I loved it. Like, yes, and my photos do look flawless.
Yeah, we sit up in the beginning.
Yes, you're very kind. You know, I tell people there's a difference between being kind and fake.
Yeah, yeah.
So you don't have to act like we're best friends.
Right.
But you can still treat me with respect and actually treat me how you would want to be treated. Right. So that's a fine line that people think that they're crossing over. Oh, that's not me. It's not you to be nice.
Right.
I don't think, I think you'll be okay. You know, so no, you did. It was a very warm advice. You had the music going. I know that you made a major jump for a lot of folks, changing careers completely and going from education to owning your own business. And then not only owning your own business, doing one that's in the arts. That's even more of a challenge. Has there been any adversities that you had to encounter?
Of course. One, just stepping out on faith was one. You know what I mean? Like trying to believe in yourself. Just like I said, like I've been doing this for so long, but it was like an on and off thing. So from there, you know, your confidence, it starts to waver a little bit, because you look at people who kind of stuck with it and they're doing far great things. And you're just like, oh, if I would have stayed doing that instead of, changing what I wanted to do or, putting different things in my way, like different obstacles. So that was one really big thing with me, confidence wise. I know all of the basics. I know all of the technical things, but at the same time, it's just like when I presented myself sometime, I got so nervous. It's kind of like, I knew this guy or I knew this girl before, and now they have been shooting so long that, they're getting all these clients. They got all this type of stuff going, and I still feel like I'm a small fish. You know what I mean? So that was one of the things. Also, I would like to say with me, I kind of get that little look from people because everyone like assumes I'm so young. I'm like, what? I literally just had a photo shoot not too long ago. As soon as I walked in the door, the girl was like, oh my gosh, you're so young. And I was like, I'm really not, but thank you. I mean, it's a compliment, but at the same time, the work really has to speak for yourself. So, of course, they booked me without really, I guess, knowing who I was and seeing me. So
they're looking at your work.
When I come in, they're just like, gosh, you're so young. I'm like, I'm not.
Yes.
But at least y'all, chose me.
Right.
So another challenge I faced was just trying to become a woman in sports. So I started to, get into the sports field. There's a backstory in that too. Like I had someone who was very near and dear to my heart pass away, and they did sports. So he always played basketball. He had big dreams of being in the NBA. He always told me to keep on pursuing my photography. And so I would shoot his games overseas and things like that. And it propelled me to keep doing sports. And when I say sports, most of the time I'm just strictly talking about basketball. I've tried.
Is there other sports?
I've done football and things like that too. Right? Is there other sports in basketball? Probably not. But like I've done like football and things too. But I know when I'm out there, like the thing that kind of sticks the most to me is like basketball. So trying to forge my way into the sports field of things. I remember in 2019, I believe, like I was emailing all the NBA coaches, all the high school. I was emailing the colleges like U of H, TSU, and things like that. And it's just like, man, people are not biting. Like they are not getting back to me about anything. And then finally, I got some motion from TSU. So I started doing that. And then from there, I networked with someone else and things like that. So I've been able to shoot the NBA. So the Rockets. So that's been, nice. That's fulfilling as far as getting to see the different teams roll in. So I'm still letting his memory live on. And I'm doing, things that I enjoy as well. And I was just naturally pretty decent at it when I first started doing sports. So it's been really a good thing, a cool thing.
There's so many things with what you said that's resonated with me, but one of them was definitely that perseverance, because you said you started off, you're emailing everybody and you're like, man, what is going on?
Nobody.
Nobody. And honestly, you're already have arrived, and I'm trying to get to that space. And so people like you who are nice enough to say, oh, come on, because that's what I'm doing right now too. You know what I mean? I'm researching people that I think are fantastic and would help the community and would really make a difference. And not everybody's saying yes, but sometimes I feel like that too, where I'm like, oh man, but I just keep going. I'm like, somebody's going to say yes. And I've noticed that the people that are saying yes, like yourself, have a similar story where they're more likely to want to give back because they know that somebody had to say yes to them too, and when we all work together and we're all helping each other, then it just lifts the community up higher. So I think that's awesome. Side note, I look young too.
Right.
And I was a principal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I'm meeting with folks' mamas.
Yeah.
And I was. Yeah.
And they're like, who this little girl?
Yeah, at the time. And I would just wait. I say, are you done? You know what I mean? I understand. Let me let you have your moment and do your, oh my gosh. Ooh. Okay, now are you done?
Yeah,
let's
get to it.
Exactly, let's get to it. But I get it. I can relate to that. There's nothing we're going to be able to do with that long.
Right. No, I love it though.
We're going to be 60 years old and
amen.
We're going to look 40 and so on and so forth. But it is, like you said, it's a compliment, but then also it's a challenge because you feel like, okay, now I really got to prove myself. Whereas somebody else who comes in who may appear to actually look their age maybe doesn't have to overcome that hoop, right? They come in and everybody already has this level of respect for them. So were there any, and it may be your friend that was playing basketball, but have there been any role models for you or anybody that has really inspired you to continue this work or that has helped you along the way?
I don't have any particular photographers who I just follow, but I do, pick and look at people work and say, hey, I like these little elements about this. I like this. I like that. I look at a whole lot of things. I'm like, okay, I can do that. And I want to do that. So I try to keep everything still true to my type of style. Because if you look at my work from when I first started to now, you can see the style develop. You know, back then, color was nasty. Like
to us, you probably can't tell, but okay.
Like, you know, that's when you tell like the little sepia, however you say that word. Oh my gosh, when you're doing like all these like ugly black and white, and you're doing oversaturated photos. So I mean, you just develop your own style and you kind of stick to it. Of course, you know, you bend it a little bit when you want to change it up some, but you know, when people look at your work online, they should be able to say, hey, that's definitely a picture that Lottie took. You know what I mean? So, you know, like I can look at different photographers and be like, if they're not even tagged, I can tell they took it. Then I go, you know, see if they tag. I knew it. Like, I know that's that person work.
Their aesthetic.
Yeah. So you got to try to keep that a little bit consistent. Only in sports did I have someone who I was just like, I would like to be like her. Because she was just this person where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just adore her and things like that. I mean, she's a great person. She had a great story and things. I wanted to be her because she was not contracted to one team. You know what I mean? She had great relationships with the players, like personal, professional, you know, really, really great relationship with the players where, you know, they're on vacations. She's the camera girl or the video lady. You know, they're at different sporting events. I can only go to the Rockets arena. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not only.
I mean, I'm only credentialed in there.
Yeah.
She can go pretty much anywhere because she got players who are vouching for her, getting her the passes to be on the floor and stuff. So, I mean, that's what I want
aspire to be.
Yeah.
And you're headed that way.
You're a personal photographer for different athletes. So
that's awesome. So that's something that you aspire to do?
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
And how does that work? What do? You follow them around during a day in the life of Charli Lennon, or you're just their own photographer?
Yeah, I mean, if they hire you on to do that, so whatever they need from you, if they want you to do like a day in life that day, go ahead and do that. If it's, hey, I want you to give me game day content from me walking through the tunnel to me in the dressing room and to me like shootouts and things like that, you know, just that type of vibe. So
I'm speaking into existence.
I feel like, you know, I want to get some guys under my belt to be like, hey, I'm their personal, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be amazing. That's really the part in the sports part of photography that I'm wanting to get to.
So if you could give advice to someone who would be interested in doing the same thing that Lottie did, to be like Green Rebel Photography, what advice would you give them?
Okay. I would tell them to never give up on themselves. Keep going. Keep practicing. Keep learning. If there's a course you need to pay for the course. If you need to go enroll in YouTube University like I do all the time, go ahead and do that, you know. And also just know that if you really want to be in this field, that it is time consuming. It is a lot of work, but it is very enjoyable at the same time. It's different from any other job because you are fully in control, minus, you know, you have people visions and things like that come about, but you're in charge of everything. So if you're willing to make the time investment and also the money investment, this stuff is not cheap at all. So, you know, just make sure that you're willing to put in the work to get it done. And from there, never stop learning. Don't let your confidence waver for too long or too much, and just keep at it. If you really want it, it will happen.
That's all. Well, I know that you also have some goodies. So not only you're a photographer, my understanding is that you also are an author. So do you want to take some time to talk a little bit about that? So tell us about the book that you wrote, and I think we have it here.
So my book is called I Decide Who I Become. The book is rooted in positive affirmations for little girls. So with me, I always felt like I really wanted to make an impact in the lives of women and little girls. So when I was growing up, I was always attending these women empowerment conferences from my aunt. But from there, I really did like feel the empowerment for women, understood how much that, you know, women, we need to lean on one another. And I do know that, let's just say from the ages of 4 to like 11, that's when you really kind of get your self-confidence. Either it's going to be up or it's going to be down, first on what people tell you or what you believe in yourself. So pretty much that's what the book is about, just spreading positivity. There'll be much more to come with that. And we do have a copy of the book here.
Yay!
So it's called I Decide Who I Become. But just a very cute book. I enjoy it. I've got good reviews from it, so I'm very excited with it, and I'm really ready to see what else I can do in this whole field as well.
So not only a photographer, but an author too. Yeah. I didn't want you to leave without being able to have the opportunity to share that.
Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you coming on Chat with Charli. I hope that people have really felt the passion and the love that you have for what you do. And so I just appreciate you being able and willing to share it with the world, because there's a lot of people that want to hold the knowledge and keep it to themselves. And we can't grow as a community when we do that. So I just wanted to formally say thank you, Lottie, for coming on Chat with Charli.
And thank you for inviting me.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
Yay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And that wraps up another episode of Chat with Charli. Thank you all so much for joining me today as we explore various topics aimed to help you take your career to new heights. I hope you found today's discussion valuable and insightful. Remember, growth comes from continuous learning and taking actionable steps towards your goals. I'd love to hear from you all about today's content, so connect with me on social media at Lennon Prep and leave a comment or question to keep this chat going. Be sure to tune in to next week's episode where we'll dive deep into the minds of another industry professional. It's going to be another informative and engaging conversation that you won't want to miss. And if you like Chat with Charli, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. Your support means the world to me and helps us reach more people ready to level up their expertise. Thank you again for being a part of our career advancement journey. And remember, strive for excellence, not perfection. Keep pushing forward and never stop investing in yourself. Until next time, bye.